Hello everyone and welcome back to Disco Elysium. This is episode 21. Last time we spoke to the Hardy Boys once again, mainly Titus, to try and get some information on where is Ruby. We got our signatures as well. We got some good tasks completed last time. We've gotten Monday and Tuesdays all done. Wednesdays is kind of small. We've got the signatures for Everett now, so we just need to let him know that we've mailed those signatures. And we've also got to inform Placence and the Dice Maker about the source of Doom. So while we're close to the Doomed Commercial District, we're going to do that now. And then we'll go and check in with... Oh, actually, I'll just go to Placence first. We'll do that now, and then we'll go to Everett, and then we'll see what else that we can do. We've got to find Ruby off the coast. Got to find her off the coast. So we've obviously got to head back over there at some point as well. So let's talk to Placence.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Alright, Placence, we're about to shatter that worldview. We're about to bring you the truth. Placence, I have something to tell you. I've found the actual source of doom.
What do you mean, the actual source? Are you here to lecture me about economics again?
My investigation has led me to discover a 2mm intraplanetic hole in reality that's the source of doom, both in the commercial area and in Martinez.
What?
A tiny hole. In reality, it may be connected with Pale, an origin point of sorts. It would explain why historically so many things have ended in failure here in Martinez.
Ma'am, what he's saying is true. We found an anthroponetic anomaly in the small Pinewood church down the coast. I don't mean to be an alarmist, and more research is needed, but it's not looking good.
Kim backing me up.
But that's not in any of the ancient texts. How am I supposed to protect my bookstore from that?
You're not.
Tell her the truth. It's out of her hands.
You can't protect it, not against Pale. Close up the shop and try to get as far away from this thing as possible. Interesting. You can protect it with hope by refusing to give up. That's what people have done in the past, by building a church, a place of worship around this thing. You'll have to find your own answer. I've spent too long on this quest as it is. It's interesting that you can go, you can protect it with hope. Or you go, you need to get out of here. You can go somewhere else and maybe, you know, where it's not doomed to fail. It's an interesting choice. And, you know, sometimes Martinez or Revachol, but the city of Martinez feels like a bit of a ticking time bomb with everything that's going on. Maybe it is good if we get them to move. Not against the Pale, because the Pale takes everything. When the Pale comes, you can't stop it. You can't protect it. Not against Pale. Close up the shop and try to get as far away from this thing as possible.
Close the shop? But it's all I have. No, there must be a way. Thank you for your help in any case. You're welcome back here anytime.
She's like, no! Thank you for your help. Like, just total switch up. Damn, okay. Well, we've said to get out. We told her about it. Now we'll go and tell the Dice Maker about it too and see what they have to say. I wonder if that means that there will be a definite moment where maybe the bookshop will be inaccessible again and Placence will just straight up leave.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
My goddamn head hurting being a -1. When will my head not hurt anymore? Alright. Ooh, we can talk. I can talk to Kim here. Okay, all of my items are invisible. There we go. Kim, hang on. Oh, was it about... I think the pop-up would have literally just been, you need a flashlight, because now it's disappeared. Poor animals. No rest for their bodies after death. Okay, haven't been up here in a while.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I think I found the actual source of the curse.
You mean the curse that I'm spared of because I live outside its immediate reach?
You do not live outside its immediate reach, though. Yes, well, about that.
I'm listening.
She leans back in her chair, arms crossed across the chest. Just say it. There's a 2mm hole in reality located in a church on the other side of the canal. I think it may be related to Pale.
Excuse me? A 2mm hole in reality? This can't be true.
I'm afraid it is, ma'am. Sona Lukanen killed the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, made the discovery.
Sona is involved in this?
She appears to take this in while the chatter from her headphones continues unabated.
So it's even worse than I thought. It's not just the commercial area that's cursed, it's the entire world.
She looks outside the window where daylight has filled the yard.
It's what I've preached the whole time, and no one listened to the end of days.
A curse is something superstitious, but a 2mm hole in reality? We all know what it means. It's Pale. In any case, thank you for stopping by. It's good to have an answer, even if I can't claim to understand it fully.
So he's just like, thank you for stopping by to tell me about the fact that we are doomed, absolutely, and completely doomed. Let's level up some. Let's level up some of our lower ones. It's very interesting how many points we've put into. Looking at this now, at this point, it's very interesting to see that because we've had a higher base intellect, we haven't leveled things up as much. But to compensate for our lower skills in physique, for example, that's where a lot of our skill points have gone. It's very interesting to see how our character has grown in that way. Especially with Encyclopedia, it's actually quite low at the moment. Because usually, obviously, we've been using clothing and a lot of stuff to increase it, to bump it up. I'm going to put a point in visual calculus. And then I think we need to put on our things that can allow us to be more encyclopedia again. Give me my encyclopedia clothing. So we get our glasses on, so that gives us a +2. So many bonuses from what we're wearing right now. We don't need those boots anymore. Put our perception boots back on. I'm quite liking the empathy and hand-eye coordination of the pinball jacket. What do we got on? Conceptualization, -1 to suggestion. +2 logic. Composure. Alright. I'll go with that. Alright. So we've done those tasks. We informed him about the doom. And I guess that's it for the doomed commercial area for now. I don't know if we'll ever really find a time to come back here. Is this Contact Mike, the boxing champion? Alright, and that's another thing as well. Like, we want skill points to, like, learn some skills as well. Sorry, learn some thoughts. But we'll see. We'll see. Do I want to spend 15 minutes learning about the litany of Contact Mike? I need 2 skill points to do that. Okay, let's get this torch off. I no longer need it.
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any curses yet?
Ah, I can actually tell them about this. Yeah, I found a way into the doomed commercial area.
Oh, that's great! I hope exciting adventures lie ahead. And maybe you can help Mother become less afraid.
Yep. That's exactly what's going to happen. That is exactly what's going to happen. Nothing else. Nothing bad will ever happen. Alright, let's go to... Let's go up to Everett. And we'll tell him about the signatures. So we haven't seen Everett in a while. See what he has to say. It'll be interesting.
The file cabinet stacked a drawer.
Okay. Such an interesting room, that one. You'd always think that there would be someone sat in it because of the chair. I assumed that that room was only empty when we first came in. When we went in there at night. I think these are a bunch of tear bottles for us to pick up. Yes.
Numerous empty wine bottles glisten in the rain. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Wait, how hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
Oh, damn. I must have been on an advanced scouting mission in the harbor.
Yes, this looks pretty advanced, alright. For now, let's just move on.
Goddamn. Alright, let's take all of these bottles so I can cash them in. Every time I click on it to pick one up, the fucking Kim just moves. It's so weird. Okay, now we check this again.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. René left his uniform neatly folded on the table. Take it. It's just there. Who cares? It's not like anyone's gonna need it.
I suppose René is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though.
It's needed for work and all that.
Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes, okay?
And then there's a rest option. Alright, let's have a look at this. Oh, it's the pants and the jacket. So this is Revacholian nationhood. Proud nationalist. The beautifully adorned jacket of the Royal Carabiniers has 3 stars on its shoulders and the word Capitaine written on the chest. Neatly patched here and there. I can read today. It's impossible not to feel love for the fatherland when you wear it. And then the Royal Carabinier pants. Vigilance! These pants are made from synthetic lightweight fiber and designed to let the Carabinier's legs and groin breathe. Red stripes are there to inspire courage, while the golden stripe symbolizes the patriotic flame in the wearer's heart. So instead of composure, we could have more reaction speed. What are we at? Reaction speed 5, composure 7. Nice. And it's under the cover of our jacket, so no one can see that we're wearing it. Perfect. More reaction speed. Wonder if we can go back in this crate with Kim. Yes, we can. Kim, want to see the light-bending rich guy? Look, it's the light-bending rich guy.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Oh, right. There was the conceptualization check, wasn't it? Where it was knowing about money, but our art degree is a -2. Present an investment plan that is sure to fail, or a sound investment plan. Alright, hang on. We have a red check. Let's get conceptual. And then maybe I should also smoke some cigarettes while we're here as well. I like what it does to the menu. I can't see anything. Smoke some cigarettes as well for higher intellect. To slightly increase our chances, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good, Chief. But we can try. Okay. So it's already on a +2. got 1 use left on our cigarettes. I think I can buy more though, right? Pretty sure you can buy more. Okay. It's not letting me use it again. I thought I could click the number. Maybe if it's in the other hand for some reason. Okay, I can click the number when it's in my left hand, but not on the right. Interesting. Intellect raised. Our conceptualization is at an 8, and I can put a skill point in.
Welcome back, gentlemen.
We got 28%. If I do all of this just to fail, what am I doing with my life? All of this just to fail. It goes up to an even 42% with a 9. I don't feel I don't feel good about it. Even though we've gone up from where we were to 42. I mean, it is possible. It's just under half. Do we want to do a sound investment plan or one that is sure to fail? Let's try and present a sound investment plan. God damn it, art degree. Ah!
Deploying high concept buzzword generator. All systems functional. Ready to engage in 3, 2, 1. It's time to disrupt the future. You've got to stay lean, innovative, and focus on what matters most. The children.
Nice. Alright, it's now worth it. The conceptualization points is worth it. We made it. You should invest in a youth center.
A youth center, huh? What kind of youth center?
A place to train buff kids. A place to teach them practical skills like teamwork and self-discipline. Come on, tell him what he wants to hear.
One dedicated to instilling liberal economic values in children from low net worth families, and one to inspire the future leaders of tomorrow to public service. One dedicated to instilling liberal economic values in children from low net worth families. And future leaders of tomorrow to public service. So is this one saying, like, good economic value? This is like good economic values in children. And then future leaders of tomorrow to public service. I wonder if, because it's finance and economics related, if this was the one that he wants to hear. One to inspire the future leaders of tomorrow to public service.
I like that you're thinking about the future, but couldn't the center have a more economic focus?
Yep, that's the one he wants.
Brilliant. Without children, who'll be there to buy stuff in the future?
Yes, and if it doesn't work out, we can always repurpose the center as a shopping mall or private equity firm.
When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
God. Hold on to the center itself as fallback. Highly educated, work-ready, human capital ready to be directed toward any number of your vast interests. Dude, I should have done the one that was doomed to fail. Because now we're just getting into the ultra-liberal capitalism.
You're deep into ultra-liberal territory now.
Yep.
Good work.
We're just right into the ultra-liberal stuff now.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment opportunities.
Thank you.
I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to hell with it. What's the point of being rich if you have to follow all the rules?
Nice. Now give me $1 million real. Because I implemented this investment plan.
Here's the round of seed funding. This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off the ground.
I got 100 real though. That's okay. Nice.
Ratan, now's your chance to take some time off. Spend it with your good buddy and get absolutely wrecked in the process.
Sorry, man. I'm an investor now. I have to stay sober to calculate risks.
What is this shit? Calculating risks? Ratan! The risks you can't calculate are the only ones worth taking!
I'm sorry. I just don't see the ROI in that.
The lieutenant looks at you with horror. You've been mumbling to your necktie in a daze for several minutes.
Yes. Now you're displaying it. The eccentricity that becomes a wealthy individual.
If the money saint's visage weren't wrapped in physics-defying light, you would see his approval. Thank you for placing your unwavering trust in me.
Remember, it's not a handout. It's an investment. And I expect to see returns.
The lieutenant stands there, dumbfounded. His mouth opens slightly, then closes again.
Nice. Kim is involved, at least.
Is he having a stroke?
What do you think, Kim? Not bad, huh?
I'm not unimpressed. Let's leave it at that.
Now, was there anything else I could help you gentlemen with?
We should get back to investigation.
The pleasure was mine. Unfortunately, I must be away soon. The next time we meet, I'll be expecting an update on my investment. Farewell, friend, and may your peace of mind guide you to happiness.
Interesting. Well, we got 100 real out of that red check. We managed to successfully win that 42% chance. And Kim got to see a little bit that I'd already witnessed on my own. Amazing. Alright, let's go speak to Everard. It's been some time. This is not a fishing rod, is it? It's...
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes. Now, what can Everard Clare do for you today?
Nice. We can go over a few things. Remember the container I asked you about? Turns out there's a mega rich light-bending guy inside.
Mega rich light-bending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there?
He's so rich he could get in anywhere.
Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich light-bending guys.
Nothing can stop an innovative mind.
Honestly, Harry, we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbour, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega rich. I have a reputation to protect.
Yes, for God's sake, you're a socialist.
You're right, Harry. I am a socialist. I'm going to catch the mega rich guy inside the container and harvest his energy to power the harbour's fog lights. I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega rich person somewhere in his container town.
We know. It's done. I mailed the signatures you asked me to mail.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a future and proven to be a true man of the left. I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun. Nothing is off the table.
Okay.
Oh, Bratan, you play the old man like a three-string banjo. He has no idea.
Better not to gloat, sire. 'Tis arrogance that gives the play away. Be subtle. You don't know his full plan. Perhaps he expected trickery. Perhaps the signatures weren't important. The point is, do not think you're ahead of him.
So we'll probably not go for that one. Did you order the hanged man killed?
Order it? You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. And I'm too fat for that.
What do you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
Have you ever heard what 2 giant Ceres hornets can do to an entire colony of bees? They destroy it.
I have. It's a great story, Harry. Did you also know how the bee colony kills the giant hornet? They swarm and blanket it entirely until it suffers a massive heat stroke and dies.
He crosses his hands contently, thinking of the interior temperature of the wasp rising.
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1, and that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
How is this connected to the strike?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance.
What?
Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Actually, no, it's not.
Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start.
Everyone's like, go tell Joyce all this stuff now.
It's already happening.
Okay. Who killed the Hanged Man?
No idea. Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Everard Clare. Couldn't have done it without him.
He really doesn't know. A guy, huh?
How do you know it's a guy?
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was the mob. Or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know.
He really doesn't.
How many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
How are you going to fund your new independent harbour?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Okay.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
You can't possibly hope to continue like you have. Clients will leave en masse.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez, and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samarin Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
That's just the top of the iceberg, though, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column.
In bulk shipping, Large volume column is a major buyer, a shark.
We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his Benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperidone.
Benefed is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored, and risperidone is used to treat severe psychosis.
Thank you, Encyclopedia.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidon.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned.
Okay.
But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
He's basically admitting to it.
Ooh, and then we can go, is Ruby helping you secure this fantastic share? Is Ruby helping you secure this fantastic share?
Harry, if I was supplying raw materials to drug manufacturers, I would need an army of rubies.
Understood.
Okay. Drugs are a no-go for me. I'll report this. So we've got the authoritative option. Or saying it's a well-put-together plan and far removed from you. Interesting stuff. I just want to solve this murder and make sense to regulate the drug trade like this. Keeps it out of more dangerous hands. Drugs will flow either way. That is the thing, though. Let's see if Harry can put his foot down in this moment.
Yes, yes, of course. And while you're doing that, please go ahead and also tell the Wild Pines. I want to hear them squeal from the indignity.
Nothing in his features betrays any concern.
Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbour's turnover, just like the harbour is, but a small part of Martinez.
So is there a trade or isn't there?
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth. And everyone's going to pull their weight.
Okay. Ultra-liberal, communism, fascism, moralism. It's very ambitious. I love what you're doing for the working man. Let's just swing him a compliment, shall we?
Thank you, Harry. Thank you. You have no idea how much it means to me, because in many ways, you are that working man. You have already done so much work.
Can I ask you about specific union members?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
Harry, I'm going big-time mode.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on that station? Sir, going big-time mode. Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done.
I already knew that you knew, sir. Fine, where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out.
That pale driver?
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy?
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway, the neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
She was waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
It sounds like a very disturbed and desperate individual. We might be looking at someone with a medical history here. Watch out.
Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
There it is again. The pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
Can you set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
We're about to go meet with someone who's we know is going to be wielding a weapon. Kim has one. Oh, okay, that's going to be interesting. So tonight, starting at 10, we're going to have to get the gun, and then we're also going to have to attend the meeting after 10 as well. So it's going to be a busy night.
She will be there from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
Oh no, she'll be there until 2 AM, which means I might be able to do the meeting first.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Okay, that's it for now.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union.
Suddenly there's sadness in his tone.
This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open. Most certainly, Harry. By all means, Harry.
By all means, Harry. Alright. Confront the pigs and get your gun back. Someone has been running around with your sidearm pretending to be a police officer. You must meet her near the old fish market at 10 and get your service weapon back. Just walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Okay. And then after 10, we've got the Cape Side Apartments. Steban's meeting. Can't do that anymore. Can't do that anymore. I need to wait until Kim is asleep. Oh man, so this is going to be interesting. How do I want to do this? Maybe I'll have the meeting. I think I can do the meeting. I want to have Kim with me for the timing of this. I want to have Kim with me for backup when I go to get my gun. But then when Kim's not around, I need to ask Class Shay about what she heard from the room the night before we emerged into reality. Trying to think of the timing for that. Maybe we can do the gun first, then put Kim to bed, talk to Class Shay, then I'll go to the communism meeting. And hopefully... I feel like that might be so much to do in one night. It's so much to do in one night. Okay. Let's go in and maybe I'll... there's so much to do, but so little. It's just like the things that we have to do are very time specific, you know. So we have to just wait, and I can fast forward with time, but we'll see.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you with a long greeting, just like we talked about before.
Leo, you seem to know everyone around here. I want to ask about someone.
Mr. Everett doesn't really want me to talk to people about Union guys. But who did you want to talk about?
We can go through the full list. Tell me about this Edgar guy you keep mentioning.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Everett's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does. But a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some Union business. Not even in Revershaw, they say.
Don't interrupt.
All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Everett's turn to look after the Union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa. Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
South Safari. A lot of bulk chemical manufacturing going on there. A lot of cargo shipments being made too. The trade must have been lucrative for the trip to be so long.
Yeah. Tell me about Mañana.
He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everard sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
He's pretty chill. Tell me about Measurehead.
Whoa, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that. Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
Tell me about the guy in the container.
Who do you mean, mister?
He's rubbing his nape and looking at you with childlike innocence.
You do realize he might just be a figment of your imagination, right?
The fancy guy in a suit in that container over there. A figment of imagination gave me real money.
I don't know anyone like this, mister. Maybe he's one of Mr. Everett's fancy friends. He knows all kinds of fancy people with suits and purdy carriages.
He really feels very uncomfortable discussing matters related to Everett with you.
Tell me about Titus.
Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice, friendly sort old Titus is.
It's such a good laugh.
He's probably one of those rare specimens who are born when two drunk seamen stumble on top of each other on the deck amidst a storm so violent it flings whales around.
Oh my god. Tell me about Everett.
I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everett would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister.
Well, tell me about Rene.
The night guard. He was a peculiar fellow. Headstrong and proud. We didn't really talk all that much. He died recently. Something with his ticker.
Actually, I want to talk about something else.
Sure, mister.
And now I'm off. Alright, so you just tell us some stuff. Container, container, container. Alright, I need to determine what it is for me to do next. To be honest, I need to determine what's going to be next. We'll see how we go. I think we'll head down to... I guess we'll head down to the waterlock area. We'll investigate the coast, because that will allow us to search around for Ruby during this time. That seems like a good idea to me. And then we can go and investigate this water boy as well, to see Classier's documents that she's got laying around. It's probably the best course of action, I think. Let me cash in that tear that I picked up while we're here. We'll walk past this store. Frit, give me some money. The yellow roses in the window. Those aren't the flowers that were left for Classier.
The tear machine stand. Your bottles clunk in. A colourful display.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Okay. Do you sell any under-the-counter vices?
No, Frit only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
Pale-aged vodka. We've never had this before. +1 physique, -1 morale. Ooh, I wonder if we were to give this to Idiot Doom Spiral. If he would like that.
Here you go, mister.
I'll get it.
Here you go, mister.
Because I haven't gotten this before. Let's have a look at this. Vodka, temporarily stored in the pail, or so they say, Oh, you know what I just realized as well? Is when you give... when we gave the Pilsner over to Idiot Doom Spiral, it takes the whole entire thing out of your inventory. So any uses that was left, it just all goes. So, okay. Vodka, temporarily stored in the pail, or so they say. The crystal clear liquid has been contained in a ship-shaped bottle, commemorating the vanished airship, Harnonker. Obliterating your liver has never felt quite so exquisite. Maybe I'll take a swig before we... I'll take a swig before we also give it over to Idiot Doom Spiral. Now, the Blue Medicinal Spirit is an item, so it's not one that I don't know if we can give it over to... I don't know if we can give it over to Idiot Doom Spiral, but I'll save beforehand and we can see what he has to say about it. But there's a task that we have that popped up for it, which is the Spirit is Eternal. The horrific necktie is getting ready for the end game. For the love of God, do not remove it till the magic happens. So it's something to do with the spirit and the necktie. So that's why we've left our necktie on the whole time. So, you know, if anything happens with it, then you know, just chill. This tree, I don't think I've interacted with this tree before.
The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain. Bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze.
Did you do this, Harry? Is this more of your tape from the room?
Just like promised, you've stood here for what seems like eons, guzzling the sickly fumes of lorries and carriages.
Pat the tree or punch the tree, and then an interfacing challenge. Good, Hawthorne.
Patting the tree reveals a small sticker which has almost been worn to oblivion. It reads, RCM Emergencies Desk, number 8102. Underneath a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant. You tree-hugging pansy. The bronze ribbon twists around and within the branches in an intricately natural pattern. But there's something.
What do I see?
There's a twisted logic in this mess. You see the ends of the ribbon, the way it flows, how it twists and turns. It's all starting to make sense. It'll be easier to remove now.
Oh, nice. Tape release calculations. The multi-tool is truly multi, and Karaoke Superstar, 97%.
With slow and deliberate motions, pulling, bending, and unraveling, you manage to extricate the magnetic tape from the branches.
Nice.
It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it, so that you could hear what's on the tape.
That's related.
Maybe Roy from the pawn shop can help you with this.
What's the tape for?
Ooh, it's for Egghead. I promised to make his Van Eyck's jam hit a bit harder. Maybe this tape can help.
How? It's broken and unspooled. Do you think your new buddy knows how to fix it?
I think at least one of the ravers would know how to fix a broken tape if they want to set up a nightclub.
You could also get it fixed at the pawn shop across the street. We shouldn't waste our time.
Okay, Kim.
Good idea. He might have the tools. The tape projector in the pawn shop uses similar tape.
Nice. Repair the broken bundle of magnetic tape. The bronze color. Oh, we could. Could we re-spool it with our empty cassette case that we've had this whole time? I hope so. That's why we've had it, right? The bronze-colored tape was found in the branches of Hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain. It gleams whenever a ray of sun hits the surface. How long has that been in the tree? I never even saw that tree before. That could be highlighted. This is why it's good to just run around holding the cursor so you can see which items are fucking glowing. We got the tape, baby. Roy, I need your help.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Hey, do you know how to fix this?
You mean re-spool it? Yeah, I do, but...
Great. Could you do it, please? This is important. I need to be able to play this tape for someone.
But I'm not some Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. If you want to pawn the tape, sure. Although it looks pretty... worthless.
Just explain why you need this so much. He's bound to understand.
Worthless? It's not worthless, Roy. This could be the next big thing for the local dance music scene.
Huh? What do you mean?
Do you know that old church down the coast?
Yes. What about it?
I helped some young ravers turn this place into a nightclub, and they play these weird beats there, which they call anodic music.
Is it any good? The music, I mean.
No, that's the thing. You can't believe how unbelievably thin the beat is. There's nothing to it. No bass. It just goes bzz, bzz, bzz. But this tape could make it hardcore. Not very. I need to funk it up. Let's go for this one.
Man, you're really invested in this.
He looks at the bundle of tape in front of him. It shimmers under the shop's dazzling light show.
Okay, I'll help you out. It's going to take a moment, though. So just sit back and relax.
I am relaxed.
You take some time to look around the store. The play of visuals all around the pawn shop is mesmerizing. Suddenly, Roy turns back to you with a reel of tape in his hand and coughs. You know these visuals would look super cool in the church.
But why take that away from Roy? Wait, this took more than just a few moments. This was at least 15 minutes. Hey, those visuals you got here would look great in the church.
Yeah, I bet they would. All those lights in a massive church hall.
He stares at the intricate interplay of light and shadow all around him, suddenly moved by the idea.
A sanctuary filled with hand-picked positive photons. There would be no room for sadness in such a place. It's a brilliant vision.
There's a but, isn't there? There's always a but.
You and me, we could make this all become true. Mankind needs this.
Yeah, man, no. I rather like this place happy too. You know, where I work. This tape is all I can do for you and your friend's nightclub project.
Fair enough. Unless I get 700 real for this light.
Looks like he really means it. There's no way to turn this around, I'm afraid.
Wait, this took more than just a few moments. This was at least 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was. Respooling isn't that difficult. Although I had to mend the tape in a few places. Anyhow, it's yours now.
Well, thanks for the help.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'll do what I can for true passion projects. Just try not to use this tape for negative photon emissions. Take responsibility. Okay.
Okay. Nice. Oh, no, it's a new tape. It would have been cool if the empty cassette case comes in handy. But there we go. It's pretty fragile in an odd format which doesn't fit into any portable tape players. Nevertheless, Egghead will be stoked. Okay, nice. We're going to Egghead. Find a tape. Cool. Hardcore! Let's go back to the church. I took a slight break. Just to go and get some food. And I come back. And, Kim and Harry are just doing a little bit of just doing some stuff together. I just like come back to look at my screen and then just like just having a nice little back cracking sesh or something. Oh my god. That was so weird to see. I was just like not expecting that. Just like, alright guys, I'll be right back. Don't get into trouble while I'm away. Proceeds to just be silly. I love it. Okay, now. We'll be searching... let's have a look. These tasks. So, the church. That's right, the church. Let's do the church first. Let's get that out of the way. Let's definitely just get that one out of the way. So we'll travel to the church. Do the Egghead's jam. Then we will search for Ruby.
comrade! Yeah!
Yeah! That was a crazy sound we heard before.
Yeah! It was awesome and scary. Very hardcore. Too hardcore, in fact. I couldn't control it at all.
What happened?
It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left. Starts compressing itself and everything around it. Completely fills up the headspace. Extreme!
Inside your chest, the heart beats still with the after effects of the sound. Imagine if you could harness that power, making it pulse.
The horn of the apocalypse, it draweth near.
Yeah! Welcome to the gloaming!
Is there anything we can do about it?
Oh! I don't know. Maybe someone can do something with this. I imagine this is the sounds that the future could make.
Sounds like the future could be even more hardcore than I ever imagined.
Yeah!
I found this reel of tape. Maybe you can use it to hard up Ike's jam.
Yeah! Remix time!
Remix time!
It goes here, into deck B.
The music has stopped. Here we go.
A hand on his ear, he listens to the audio through his headphones and shouts.
Wow! Did you get this from Arno himself?
A great excitement is bubbling to the surface within him. This is big.
What do you mean?
Listen, I'm just going to show it to you. Ready?
Ready. Nice.
Now, if only we had the beat for the full assault, it would be unbelievably hyper.
I need more.
What is this? It's good. How did you guys do that?
Do what? I just found random tape and brought it to Egghead. He's just incredibly good at remixing. You're right. It's uncanny how well it all goes together. Something else must be going on here.
Yes. But what if Van Eyck based his remix on some forgotten local melody, like a folk song, and you just found the original piece that inspired him to create this jam? That would explain why it fits so well.
Get the old woman humming the lullaby to come in and bring it all together with some vocals.
Nah, to me it sounds like classic Van Eyck. I don't think he needs any inspiration from folk songs. Maybe he lives in Martinez and just threw away part of his song because he thought it wasn't good enough.
I think it's just happenstance. Chaos in action. Contingencies of our limited existence. That and Egghead's fantastic talent.
Noid's right. Egghead's technical talent is the key. No, this is definitely part of the same song. Something cut from it. It fits too well. Something mysterious is going on here.
Andre's got it. Sounds like a local song remixed. Sel's right. Van Eyck must live around here. It's definitely his creation, and I agree with Noid. It's just luck and Egghead's incredible mixing skills. It's very interesting when we have different parts of our brain telling us different answers. Local folk song remixed. It's definitely his creation. Which one? Local folk song remixed. What if it is the local folk song remixed? It's like the remix of the of that lullaby. Let's go with Andre.
Be how it may, if it fits, it fits. Bring up the volume.
Thought gained. Arno Van Eyck. The question won't leave you. Why did the melody line from a broken and discarded tape fit perfectly into a song played by some speed freaks in a frozen tent? Can it be a coincidence? Maybe it's the hand of the man-machine himself in his attempt to craft a perfect song. Maybe Egghead is actually Arno Van Eyck in disguise. Ike? Egg? Interfacing. 50 minutes. Okay. That seems like an interesting one.
What about the bass? Do you have any ideas for that? Yeah, I remember. You said it needs more bass.
I think you might know the answer.
Yeah. What if we used that crazy sound assault from Suna's experiment but contained it, tamed it, made it pulse?
Oh,
What about that compressor Andre was setting up to achieve some sort of parallel processing?
Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't figure it out. I think the jam's already pretty ultra.
But it could be hyper hardcore!
Interfacing, but it's 17%. Andre's compression algorithm. Maybe if we do the thought, which does give us interfacing +1. But then, I'm just so close to another skill point. Alright, I'm going to unlock this. And internalize Arno van Eyck. So that's 50 minutes. That gives us a temporary research bonus of +1 to interfacing. I've got my interfacing gloves on already. God damn, it's a white check. Interfacing is at 6. We're about to gain a level up. I gotta take some speed as well. Alright. We've got a temporary research bonus for the Arno van Eyck thought. And we're about to gain another level up anyway. Help Egghead with his beat. This may take a while. Alright. I need to get my interfacing up. But that's progress. That is progress. We will come back to this because while we have a +1 to interfacing, it might be a good idea to try it within this 50-minute window, and I might do it with I might do it with some speed to get another point in my motorics, but we'll see. We'll see. For now, ooh, and I've got my reaction speed pants, so I've got more reaction speed, so I can try to catch the silver bird with a cell. Alright, I'm gonna go find west of the boardwalk on the coast, somewhere in the reeds. Miss Orange's fake documents in it. Let's go find that boy. There's a slit in the concrete here. A sewer. Interesting. A slit in the concrete here. A sewer. There's a perception thought. Oh, hang on. Going for the boy in the reeds. Could this be the boy Classier told you about?
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash, but if you look closer...
That over there must be the boy Classier told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
Pick up the boy.
You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut.
Examine.
The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
Sniff it.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop, and decay.
Open it.
The shop glass.
Don't shake it, it might be fragile.
Some algae, and nothing else.
Nothing else?
Well, damn.
Ooh. We're lucky it's still here. A little longer, it would have floated away. No documents. Who do you think took them?
I have no idea.
This is a minor quirk. We know what was in the boy anyway.
Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
Could this be related to the cryptozoologists and their little expedition?
In my experience, cryptids are generally uninterested in travel documentation. We should go.
Damn.
You could ask the miss what she thinks, later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
Lucky it's still here. A little longer it would have floated away.
We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore.
So someone has come in and cleaned it out.
I have no idea. Or
it must have been Classier's enemies, which means she's in danger.
Could be. We should keep an eye out. Nothing more for us to do here.
You could ask.
I have no...
And then maybe Classier took them herself.
That may very well be the case. We should keep an eye on her.
You could ask them.
And then the last one. I have no idea. Do you have any theories, Lieutenant?
Might have been Classier. Might have been the people after her. Might have been a local drunk. We should go.
Okay.
You could ask the miss what
Let the empty boy be. Interesting. That did not turn out with, didn't turn up with anything after all. Oh, strange. Okay. Well... You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that church. Let's do this check on the church. Let's do the interfacing check. Let's take some speed. Let's get this interfacing up, shall we? And try and see if we can figure this one out. Maybe I can talk to people beforehand just to see.
Good morning, comrade! Yeah!
Oh, hang on.
Harder car!
Hang on. The audio onslaught can be tamed. Connect the dots. 28%.
Oh, the god of dance is back! I'm dancing with the god of goodbye.
Okay. Talk to a cell.
Hardcock.
42%, which will be increased if we have some speed. Have you seen a redhead woman around?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Teenagers skulking around. Gang members looking for a hole in the Union's defenses. Maybe Ruby too. But she wouldn't be able to tell from here.
That's good. No neighbors to complain about noise when you get the club going.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
Okay.
Yo, man.
Yes, what is it?
Ooh, interesting. I do have one mystery that still needs solving. The radio ghost in the doomed commercial area's electronic doorbell. Alright, and then Ruby. Hold on. Before we make time happen, and we need to take advantage of this interfacing check. Okay. So, the speed... The different speed that we have is just still the same, but one's different. Let's take the different speed this time. Alright, Kim, turn around. Kim, look away. Ah! You didn't see nothing.
Oh, hey, man. Goodbye, officer.
Oh, hang on. If we've raised our motorics, we may as well try and catch the silver bird to 58%. Ha!
O pasado de...
2 6s.
It flutters by your ear.
Nice.
It's what the Zemoyaki, the Gradian community in Revachol, call a person who never breaks under interrogation. It's an organized crime term.
Excuse me?
She's attempting to remain calm, but the phrase made her flinch.
I remember now. It's a Zemlaki term for someone who won't break under questioning. An organized crime term.
What do you mean?
The silver bird.
Alright. My father was a Zemyaki. He died years ago. He was a bad man. Not a lot of good things to say about him and what he did. He bought the family a huge house, so we got to live, at least temporarily, in a giant castle in Jamrock. And then he died.
What happened next?
What do you think? The competition came and took everything away. It was like in a war zone. So after his death, we had nothing left, and we were in danger. My mother had to change her name, mine too. We left it all behind.
Are you sure about that? What about this drug lab plan?
It was a stupid idea, and I'm still disappointed I came up with it.
Aren't there any local authorities who might look down on such activities?
I took that into account, of course. Coordinated the operation with the débardeurs. Else they might get unhappy.
So what you're saying is Everard authorized this?
Not in person, but I'll let them know. You can't do anything without the fat ones getting wind. It wasn't too difficult to convince them, really. It's a good thing you ended that mess, though. I felt I was turning Dad-wise into a corrupt business person. Unpleasant.
Hear that? Set justice on its feet. Confront Everard. Come on, this is all fine. But you don't have anything on Everard now. That's not how these things work.
Interesting. It's a task that we can do. Anytime that the task comes up, I do get curious about at least pursuing it. Maybe we can manipulate him using the information. Big doubt, but we can add it to the list anyway.
No, I don't think it will lead anywhere.
Okay.
He's just going to deny it.
Well, yeah, I thought so too, but I wasn't going to deny myself the opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen Everard?
We still have the task, though. Okay. Estelle said Everard's connected to the drug operation in the church. Maybe you could use this to manipulate him. Probably not, but interesting either way. There we go. Okay, now we're going to do this check.
Good morning, comrade.
42%. Ah!
In the background.
God damn it.
Never ending. You can't grasp what's missing, but you can try to make something up anyway.
Damn it. Whereof one cannot speak, one ought to remain silent.
The young man bobs his head to the music.
That's right, we have a skill point, which means we're doing it again. It is interfacing, isn't it? It's an interfacing check?
Good morning, comrade.
Yes. Let's try it again. We're putting it up to 8. We're getting this jam hardcore, 58%!
Here's an idea. Say what you said before. The exact same thing. Or wait. Say something that's only marginally different. It will yield a drastically different outcome.
Damn it! Dude, you gotta reroute the sound juice through the fluxifier.
The fluxifier? Where is that?
Oh, you don't have one? Maybe it's just top secret cop tech.
Top secret cop tech! Mega cool! You gotta bring us some, big sheriff! The future of hard sign depends on it!
Don't listen to him! He's making shit up! There's no top secret cop audio tech.
Oh no!
Spying on people tech, most likely. But cops don't care about music.
Why is it a plus or minus 1? Oh man, we should have just been honest. I tried to be cool. It didn't work. These are one of those checks where I actually want to reload for. Oh, we put in so much effort here. I'm gonna do it. I need to. I need to make this jam hardcore. My life depends on this. My life depends on this. We're doing it. We're going back. Alright. So hold on a minute. Let's do this again. Interfacing is at 6. Kim, don't look. Don't look, Kim. Alright, let's try this one first. Before the silver bird. 42%! Yeah!
Sidechain the beat.
Didn't even need to put a skill point into interfacing this time. Yes. There we go. Sidechain? What does it even mean?
Listen, you can use the compressor to select between which track it's compressing. Either the auxiliary signal or the main input from the tape. Make it alternate between the signals. The compressor controls the gain based on the level of the signal on the aux sidechain input. It will allow maintaining a loud sound without peaks that fill up all the headspace.
Okay, Egg, you need to start sidechaining it.
Sidechaining it, you said?
Then he puts on his headphones and his eyes go wide. Wider than they've ever gone on drugs. He starts jumping up and down, with bliss, in total silence, still listening to his headphones.
Hey, what did you do to Egghead Cop Man? Did you break him?
Just wait and see.
Are you ready, pussy?
Noid straightens his back, ready for the beat.
I was born ready, Egg.
Nice.
The audio assault is glorious. The speed freak dances on the stage, intensely waving his hand in the air.
This is beauty!
What in the world is going on?
This one is for the Anodic generation!
It's unnatural.
Yeah!
Introducing the ultimate sound!
We have tamed the sound, made it our own.
God damn it. This dance club idea might just work out.
DeLorean Church! The place to be! Pump it! Pump it!
This is it. This is a new era. The fabric of the world has been irrevocably altered. Who will be the innocence of hardcore Anodic dance music?
God, so good. So good. That's so insanely satisfying. God damn. This is one of the most like interesting and fulfilling side quests in the game. Like, we spent so long putting this whole thing together. It's like its own mini main quest, you know? So good. I love it. I had to reload for that. Catch the silver bird!
The silver
bird. There we go.
I will catch it later.
We traded. We traded a success for a fail. We failed to catch the silver bird, but we succeeded with the jam. A soul for a soul. I'll trade that.
No.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Exact. Sure.
Alright.
Sure.
Another time, then. I'm not leveling up my interfacing for that. Another time.
What is it?
The music's so good. Have you seen anyone suspicious, say a woman named Ruby?
What? No. No one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. It is true.
I do have one mystery that still needs solving. The radio ghost in the doomed commercial area's electronic doorbell.
The creepy woman! We were wondering about that when we worked there, but I had completely forgotten about it ever since. It must be Anthroponetic crosstalk, the one you get in radios and long-distance calls. Now it makes sense, with the pay right on the doorstep.
Incredible. This would also explain why we get it on the police radio all the time.
Ooh, Anthroponetic crosstalk.
It's quite common, actually. When the signal gets routed through Pale, all kinds of irregularities take place. You may hear snippets of someone else's conversation, or the voice of your former lover, or an echo of an event that took place 100 years ago. Pale is a shroud of memories, and it doesn't really distinguish to whom those memories belong to. You could hear anything.
Wow, that makes sense. Thanks for explaining that to me.
Anytime.
Wow. So not necessarily so much a recording, but could have been something completely different. Wild. We did it! We made the jam harder core! I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. That was awesome. Alright. Okay. Ask the fisherfolk in the village. Maybe their leader knows something. Okay. It's time to go to the village and ask about Ruby.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Love sleeping with ocean waves. Have you seen a redhead woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Haven't seen?
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
Right, I'm an idiot. Okay. But do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
Okay.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works. And it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out.
No, it's not like that, man. With him we called you. Right now, you just arrive by yourself, like a raven plucking at the window glass.
Damn. I see. You know something, but you've decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Logic. Logic with my shack. Okay. She's under the floorboards of my own shack. Oh my god, there's actually a floorboard thing.
Rise and shine.
Oh my god, stop giving me the thing.
At your level, you must, but it won't.
We're gonna do it.
Underground. Let your nose. Yes, we really have no idea what the first again. Judging from you should begin by. And here we go.
Okay. I need to remember never to click on the blue thing any time I enter this room. Every time I think it might be new. There's literally a floorboard.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others.
Dude.
The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though.
An Insulindian phasmid.
Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
Search through the sand and sawdust.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper.
What is it?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet.
A bullet. Another bullet.
A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber.
This would be in a handgun. This bullet isn't for a breech loader like the murder weapon?
The floorboard isn't interested. Maybe the washerwoman is. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
You found a bullet in the washerwoman's shack. Ask her about it. It's not in the... Okay. It's not added to our inventory, though. 9mm bullet. I like how Kim waits in the shade.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet?
The lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod, then turns to the washerwoman.
You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag after a long silence. Her hands move into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before. But this seems different.
That's for the police to find out. Right there. Please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
You said she left on Monday.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Kim, she must have heard your Kanima.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else there?
No.
The truth, sire.
What is she like, Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Aye. Do tell.
A seagull flies overhead, obviously a bad omen. It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
This! Spread your hands.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
Not a quitter, like you sometimes get, son. She really believes that.
Did she have any technical equipment with her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieux she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
She may simply have kept the equipment elsewhere.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
Screech like a cat in heat.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
There's two things that come to mind immediately. There's those buildings, the further north that we go, like the Feld building and stuff. And when we walked past there, when you zoom out, you can see that there's something to interact with, but you can't interact with it yet. It's grayed out. I feel like it might be that. Or for some reason, it could be that door that's like completely closed shut on the very tip of the coast, like that storage unit. I feel like it's one of those two. Also, we just walked past a thing by the church that was like pointed out that there might be sewers. She could be hiding out in the sewers.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
This is a cool moment. It needs a cool thing to be said.
Say the cool thing. Let's rock with our cock. Oh my god, man. This is a cool moment. Fucking hell, bro. I'm not saying that. Oh, shit. Further up the coast we go then.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
The Feld electric neuron. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
The Feld electric neural. Inland Empire coming in.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Okay. It's the Feld building. Investigate it again. Inland Empire coming in to let us know what we can do. Just going to investigate this in front of you guys some more, if that's all good.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago.
Step closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice.
Well, this looks like this could be some sort of climbable ladder type deal to get up to the top.
Felled Electrical. How ironic. All these dark rooms. Felled Electrical. You only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Why do I feel like I know this place?
Indeed. Somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light. You felt it before when it rained in Martinez, and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since.
Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Whoa, that's a lot of pluses. That's an impossible shivers check. However, found the empty trap, heard Lena's true story, reconstructed the execution, made that awful call, established the nightclub, discovered the anomaly, death notification, and found the jacket. None of this related particularly to the building, but by doing everything around the game at this point, all of those little side tasks, it allows you to proceed with something that's a bit more of the main task. So if we did none of that, we'd have a pretty terrible time at getting through here. That's a long list of greens. That's a nice little shivers check right there.
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead. No rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What was I even attempting to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind. The city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas? A prayer of sorts. To Revachol.
She could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
And if that fails? If we don't find her?
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast.
Listen to the wind again. It's another 97%. So it makes me wonder if it was, if you've done some of the tasks here and get a success, it like asks you, or it gets you to do it again, but maybe it's like still impossible. But we've still done a whole bunch, so we're just going to roll to listen to the wind again. Because we've been very thorough in our search around this area already.
Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk. Its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What is happening?
She's down there.
I think she's down there, below this building.
Okay. Why?
We've looked everywhere else is the logical answer. Ever since I woke up, maybe even before, I've been getting these strange cold spells. We've looked everywhere else, Kim.
Right. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it, enter through the roof?
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
43. Nice. I plan to live to see 70.
There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find something to break if the ladder fails.
Breakthrough. Arno van Eyck.
Okay, so Egghead is clearly not Van Eyck in disguise. Van Eyck is an Oranese disc jockey, but those people get around, especially in Revachol, in the clubs on Boogie Street. Perhaps he stayed here for a short stint and discarded part of the song he was working on, just threw it away, and then it ended up in the hawthorn tree. But why? Did he think it was retrograde? It wasn't. Perhaps he caught a glimpse of the future and did not want for it to arrive just yet. Perhaps the city whispered the top line to him, and he was frightened by it.
All Motorix white checks unlocked and reveals Arno van Eyck gig posters in the world. Arno van Eyck gig posters in the world. Interesting. Oh, look, there's something right there. Well, let's look for some, we can look for some, gig posters, apparently, so we can climb the ladder, or find another way in, and it looks like there's something there. Let's have a look at this.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Assess the situation.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
180 seems about right.
Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to do something more subtle? What if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder? Astral projection. Be open-minded about this.
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
Come on, Kim. Where's your adventurous spirit?
This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here.
It won't hurt to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
We literally have a 97% chance to teleport to the roof. Saw Tiago climbing.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bang! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I did it, Kim. I teleported.
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it, like a regular person.
No, not like a regular person. Like a phase spider. The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear...
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring without backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
It must be that little, like, pipe thing that was yellow is how we can maybe let him in. There you go. And now we made it to the rooftop. Perfect. The central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. We made it to the top of the roof, and we're going to head in and confront our suspect that is most likely in this building. And with that one, we're going to bring this episode of Disco Elysium to a close. So thank you so much for joining me today. It was nice to get the hardcore jams sorted out, inform people about the doom to come, and then teleport to the roof. Genuinely teleporting, and nothing else. Next time we head down into the building, and we'll let Kim in, and we'll figure out what's going on with Ruby. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode, and I'll see you next time.